I've been thinking, it might be time for me to get rid of my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Now, why, you may ask? Well, let me tell you in 3 words. Brand new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Actually, wait, okay, I get it. That's 4 words in a number, and as I say, oh well, math was never really a strong point, but I do digress. The point is, after 3 years of rock crawling, mud boggling, and overlanding all over the place in this Jeep, another truck has caught my attention. A truck that might make me just want to park my baby in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
And pledge my allegiance to Toyota. Now, what's so fantastic about the 2024 Tacoma, you're wondering? Boy, do I have a lot to share with you. It was all anyone could talk about at Overland West and Flagstaff this past weekend. The buzz around camp was electric. But before I go diving into these 8 awesome features of the new 2024 Tacoma, let me share with you a quick story. See, my Jeep, she's a sensitive gal. And I was just joking around about this whole Toyota thing, and would you believe it? Yeah, she got upset. I think her feelings must be hurt or something. So it looks like I'm going to be keeping the Gladiator after all, or at least until she forgives me. But you know what, guys? Maybe if this video gets a lot of likes, my Jeep will understand that this was all in good fun and forgive me. So if you could do me a favor, crush that like button and let's mend this broken heart. And with that said, let's not keep the Tacoma waiting any longer. Time to dive in and discuss why it might just very well be the best new truck for overlanding this year. Now, when you think about other trucks in the segment, like the Jeep Gladiator, the Ford Ranger, Chevy Colorado, and the GMC Canyon, only offer a 4-door model with a short bed. But Toyota is giving you a 2-cab configuration, an extended cab with 2 doors, and a quad cab with 4 doors. Plus, you get 2 bed options. The extended cab is going to get you a 6-foot bed, and the quad cab is going to get you a 5-foot bed. Now, from an overlanding standpoint, this is absolutely huge. And as we all know, storage is a big premium when you're overlanding. So on top of that, the type of storage each of us needs is, let's be real, it's different from person to person. So for example, I like a quad cab setup so my son can have extra space in the back or in the back seat. And since we sleep on a rooftop tent that is mounted on my Turtleback Expedition trailer, we don't need an extra bed length for sleeping each night. Now on the other hand, you might be a solo traveler that wants that extra foot of space in the bed so you can sleep in the truck and not have to deal with towing a trailer. And as they say, variety is the spice of life. Now, this isn't to say that the Tacoma can't tow a trailer if you want. Now, another reason for to be excited about this bad boy is the all-new hybrid engine, the only one in its class. Now, the 2024 model comes with an available 2.4-liter 4-cylinder gas engine paired with a 48-horsepower electric motor and battery pack. Now, the combination is going to create 326 horsepower and 465 pounds of torque. Friends, that is plenty of power for towing a small trailer. Now, in fact, the new engine is the most powerful option in the Tacoma lineup, but it also has more torque when you think about it than any other engine in the segment. The closest competition is going to be 430 pounds of torque made by the Ford Ranger Raptor's engine. Now, the torque isn't the only benefit of this engine either. Now, here's one of the things I really admire about this thing. The electric motor, it offers 2.4 kilowatts of onboard power, so you can use it for charging your devices, using it for your coffee pot at camp, and running a host of other handy gadgets while you're out camping. This is a big bonus because as many of you know, for example myself, I'm always heading out charging all my cameras up, so hey, I like this option. Now, the new Tacoma is built using the same platform as the full-size Tundra pickup and the Sequoia SUV. Now, this means that the Tacoma benefits from a chassis with high-strength steel, which is going to improve the rigidity. Now, there are also strengthened cross members that increase the durability as well. Now, all that high-strength steel is helpful for something else, carrying overlanding gear, like a rooftop tent and a camp fridge. Now, Toyota even integrated attachment holes on the roof to make it easier to add roof rack rails. Now, there's also an attachment point on the rear frame for high lift jack. Now additionally, the 2024 Tacoma has a new crossmember in the front that adds rigidity for improved steering and also handling dynamics. Now the multi-link rear suspension, which is available in the higher trim models like the Trail Hunter, uses coils instead of leaf springs for better ride and handling characteristics. The top of the line Tacoma trim level for 2024 is the Trail Hunter, and it looks something that can certainly hunt trails. I guess we can say sometimes the title says it best, the name says it best, but the looks are just part of it. The Trail Hunter has features to blast just about any off-road circuit. Now the Trail Hunter is basically an upgraded TRD Pro, which is already an epic off-road truck. Now the Trail Hunter gets high clearance exhaust tips for crossing deep rivers, killer looking bronze wheels wrapped with 33-inch Goodyear Territory RT tires, and an old man emu position sensitive 2.5-inch forged monotube shocks. Now Toyota also outfitted the beast with a upgraded bumper on the front and steel bumper in the back. You get a 2400 watt AC inverter and the option to add a light duty or heavy duty ARB bed rack for mounting all sorts of goodies like tents or camp showers or pretty much whatever you want back there. Add on skid plates in a 2-inch lift in the front and a 1.5-inch lift in the back for good measure. Now shifting gears, and actually no pun intended, there are various different drive modes, including those for mud, dirt, sand, plus a terrain monitor camera system that's going to give you a 360-degree view as you navigate difficult trails. Now there's even a crawl function and a downhill assist for when things get a little bit on the gnarly side. Now do you see why I might be considering getting one of these things? But the exterior goodies are just half the story. All right, now if you go with the TRD Pro level system, you get some pretty darn fancy ISO dynamic seats. Now these seats are made specifically for high performance off-roading and offer shock absorbers for vertical and lateral movement. In other words, the seats keep the driver and the front passenger level, steady, and isolated from the bumps of driving at high speeds off-road. Now as a result, Toyota is basically saying that both the driver and front passengers have better visibility while experiencing less fatigue. Now these seats, let's be real here, look pretty darn epic as well. Now you guys know that I've always been a car guy, and for me there's nothing better than feeling of a manual transmission. Well, the 2024 Tacoma joins the Jeep Gladiator as the only two trucks in this segment to offer manual transmission. Now in this case, the Tacoma gets a 6-speed paired with the non-hybrid 2.4-liter turbocharged engine. I mean, if we're being real here, I'd still prefer to have the Trail Hunter with the manual, but I guess no vehicle is going to be perfect. But still, a non-hybrid engine is going to put down 270 horses, which is all right for the vehicle this size. You get 310 pounds of torque. So again, yeah, this is still going to be a lot of fun ripping through the gears and going off-roading with this truck. Now inside the cab is a ton of technology, including a standard 8-inch multimedia touchscreen display or an available 14-inch screen if you want to get really wild. Now the system is compatible with apps like Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and also works nicely with available QI wireless charging pad for fast and easy charging of compatible devices. Now there are also 2 USB-C charging ports and a USB-C dual-purpose charging and data port, as well as a 7-inch gauge cluster on the lower trim levels in a huge 12.3-inch digital cluster with 4 different display styles on the higher trim levels. So yeah, again, we're talking about some pretty impressive features that are available for this thing. Now the cab just looks absolutely awesome. I mean, I keep saying this, looks are not everything, but dang, this thing really hits off a lot of boxes, or checks off a lot of boxes. So whether you listen to Pump Up the Jam or My Heart Will Go On, the Dakota will make it even more epic of a audio experience with the available JBL audio system. Not only are there 10 speakers in this thing, but there's also an externally coupled subwoofer for making your internal organs vibrate to the beat. But my favorite feature though is the JBL Flex portable speaker that is docked right in the dash. So when it's docked, this thing is charging and it operates as the center channel speaker for the cab itself. But when it's undocked, it's a portable Bluetooth speaker with up to 6 hours of battery life. Now, better still, Toyota offers the JBL Flex portable speaker, so you can have a dance party at camp. You can even take the speakers out to the lake because you can submerge these things in up to 3 feet of water. And I guess just don't drop it into the lake, then you're kind of a SOL there. But in other words, the all-new Tacoma looks and feels every bit part like an epic overlanding and off-road beast. But sure, you have to opt in for the higher trim levels to get some of the cool goodies that we spoke about here. But even the base trim still gives plenty of reasons to think about upgrading to the 2024 Tacoma. So the question is, do I say goodbye to my old Gladiator friend and hello to a new Tacoma? That's a tough one. What do you think? Would you bail on the ride that you've invested a ton of time and resources in to upgrade to a new whip? Let me know in the comments below. I mean, in all reality, I love my Gladiator too much, but I am thinking about picking up one of these Tacomas though. It is a pretty cool truck. But there are so many goodies with this truck, so stay tuned for more upcoming videos as we start unpacking more of the details. But friends, that is all I have here for you today. When I saw this truck, I'm like, oh boy, we got to do a video on this here. But hopefully you found some value with this video. I look forward to chatting with you down below in the comments and actually speaking down below. It's that time of the video where I'm going to ask you to do all the YouTube stuff. So please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and hit all notifications. So therefore in the future, when we come out with more Toyota Tacoma, in this particular case, videos, YouTube's gonna do its whole notification thing and give you a heads up that that video is locked and loaded and ready for you to watch. But friends, as always, appreciate you tuning in. The fact that you've stayed on to this video really means a lot and does help with the whole YouTube algorithm. So much gratitude to you. And friends, with that said, I'm gonna be shutting off these cameras so you get out there, stay healthy, and find your adventure.